Hi, I'm Cody Gibson of United Home Group. I live in Portland, Oregon, and I wanted to invite you to a special webinar coming up this coming Friday. It'll be Friday, April the 3rd at 12 Pacific time. So Friday, April 3, 12 Pacific time. I've wanted to do something like this for some time now. And of course, with COVID, I'm not traveling. I'm used to traveling 80 to 100 days a year, and all of that is absolutely stopped. I'm spending way more time at home, way more time in the studio, and I've wanted to do a special webinar, special conversation with teenagers. This one is completely free. It's geared towards teenagers, probably 13, 14 to like 18 or 19. If you have a really mature 12-year-old or 13-year-old, certainly have them join us. Though probably 13 to 18 or 14 to 19 would be like the most direct gist of this. And I really want to have a conversation with them about some things that are important to me. I've got an 18-year-old son, and I've got two little girls that are 8 and 10. And I'd like to talk about some of the things that will be in the webinar, just so you know, as a parent probably watching this. We're going to talk about how to always go the extra mile. You know, I was taught as a kid that if you're asked to do the job, then you first do the job, then you do more than the job. And you under-promise, over-deliver. You know, the idea that there's never a traffic jam on the extra mile freeway, if you will. So I'm going to talk about that, like how to do more than is requested. Something that I've learned working with a lot of teens and working with a lot of younger people is that like what I'm finding is really, really good at doing exactly what's being asked. Like, do these 8 things, they'll do those 8 things. Though I kind of feel like in our world, we miss the opportunity a little bit, at least in my mind, of no, I want you to open your eyes and look around and look for opportunity, look for things that need to be done. Not just the list that you're given, like look around, like what could I be doing? How can I make an impact? And one of the things that I want to talk about is a book written by Seth Godin, one of my favorite authors. He talks about the idea of being a linchpin. In other words, being irreplaceable to a company or irreplaceable to a team or to be irreplaceable to your community. Like, how do you become that person? And I really have a desire for our youth to be linchpins in their teams, communities, businesses, families. How are you irreplaceable there? We're going to talk about money. We're going to talk about dreams and destiny. We're going to talk about working hard. We'll talk about becoming an entrepreneur if you want to be an entrepreneur. We'll talk about taking a job if you want to work a job and going to college and some thoughts around what those things mean. You know, some of you know my journey and some of you don't. I own a real estate sales team in Portland, Oregon. I'm the managing owner of the largest real estate brokerage in Oregon and one of the largest ones in Arizona. My real estate sales team works today in 26 or 27 different states, 105 or 110 different cities across the country. At one point, I was the youngest manager in Kmart history. This was a long time ago. And I've sold things door to door. I've sold diesel engines to companies and mines and commercial fishermen. I've developed photos at Kmart. I've been selling real estate. I mean, I'm a motivational speaker. I travel the country. I mean, those are just some things. If you don't know me, that would be the gist of which I'm talking about. We'll talk about money. We'll talk about what to do with money. We'll talk about how money is good for the good it can do. So if you would trust me with 45 minutes to 60 minutes, I mean, I know these kids are home right now. They're not in school. So if you would trust me with 45 minutes to 60 minutes with your kids, I would just be honored. We'll do it live. We'll do it Friday the 3rd at noon Pacific. If you register for the webinar or register your kid for the webinar, as soon as it's over, even if you can't make it, we'll send you the replay link and then you can check it out there. I will talk about reading. I'll talk about some of the business books. I'll talk about some of the books that I think would be really appropriate for a 14 or 18 or 16-year-old to read right now. One of them that was given to me years ago by the wealthiest person I know was called The Defining Decade, talking about 20 to 30. And I'll talk about that a little bit. We'll talk about another book called The 5 Regrets of the Dying. Written by somebody who, well, you can go and Google it, talking about helping people and the 5 regrets of people that when they die, these were the main 5 regrets. I would just be honored. It's on my heart. Opportunity shows up when timing is right. And so I feel like the opportunity is available. The timing is right. It would just be my pleasure, be my honor to be able to speak into your child's life. And I don't take that lightly. If you want, you can register for the webinar and then watch it. And if you like it, then let your kids watch it. That's completely okay with me too. I would just love to be a resource, and I'd love to help. So I'm Cody Gibson. I'm easy to find at codygibson@kw.com. Be happy to help. So thanks for watching this, and I hope to see your youngster. And if you want to be on it, love to have you there too. It'd be my pleasure. I'm honored. So thank you.